This is breaking news. Mark Jimmy Garofalo, the quarterback. Some quarterback that has a bunch of G's, like Greg. Coach Greg, and we are ready for episode 10 of my Q&A series, where there are never any stupid questions, only morons who ask them, and that's as simple as I can get. I'm not a doctor, I'm not here to give you medical advice, I'm just giving you my opinion on what I think as a kinesiologist with a master's degree, which is meaningless to some or meaningful to others, and there's Allie walking in the background. And so let's get right into this and start with person number one, who likely has a stupid name because everyone's names online are stupid and I'm hating it, and I'd like to see people use their real name. That's another story. Yakubi Brock. And the girlfriend's hacking up 7 lungs. Oh man. Anyway, Greg, you may not have a body image disorder. No, I do not. But you do have a Napoleon Complex, LOL. You're short and think you're the best. LOL, chill out, little man. Well, to that I say, I don't have a Napoleon complex, I have a Neapolitan complex. I love freaking ice cream a lot, and I like different flavors, and that is the complex that I have. So there. Yassine Lagrui. Maybe that's French. Yassine Lagrui asks, 10% is in a natty way may not look the same as 10% in a steroid user or from a person to the utter or more or less muscle in the body. But I agree with almost things you said. Thank you, Greg, for all the information you share. What is this person, me? That's how I write. I write 100 miles an hour. I spell everything wrong. All my grammar's horrible because I'm trying to respond to 600 people without spending my entire day. So what I gather from that is they say, if you're 10% fat, if you're on stuff, it can make you look different than if you're natty. What's the answer to that? Yes. If you're 10% body fat and you're on water-retentive products like testosterone, D-bol, anadrol, these products make you hold a lot of water. You will look way fatter than your actual 10%. So a lot of people on anabolics, in fact, most people on anabolics look fatter than they really are in real life because they're holding so much water, moon face and so on. You've heard of this. It's very common. So most people on anabolics actually look fatter than they really are. This person, I bet, is trying to be condescending and say, oh yeah, but you're in so you probably aren't that lean. It's just tricking you. It's not the case. These supplements mostly make you look fatter. Some don't. So if you're on a non-test cycle and just doing MAST, Primo, Proviron, you can look a lot leaner. But most people aren't doing that. Most people have tests as a base and use some like water-retentive D-bol, whatever. That's typically most people. I would estimate 90% of people who take anabolics look fatter than they really are because of the water retention from these products. And I'm not just talking about anabolics. MK677, GH, all these different things can do this, okay? So what amount of water you have can make a huge difference. That's why when we go to a competition, we'll use diuretics to rid our bodies of water, even though a few people will debate with me that that's a bad idea, and I will win that debate with them if they dare to challenge me, such as John Meadows, who says you shouldn't use any anabolics, you should just get really lean. Yeah, like everyone just gets really lean. Like most people are too lean a week out? No. You give me somebody super shredded that's super lean, and you give them diuretics, and I look even leaner than I did without them. That's just the case. You're gonna look more shredded by losing some water. That's how it works. What's this comment below? If I found Bumstead in my gym, I would turn from a little lifter into a fangirl and tell him to sign my hat. I would literally run home and get a marker.
I would do that.
Well, Allie would too. But apparently she likes more than Chris Bumstead. This is breaking news. Mark Jimmy Garofalo, the quarterback. Some quarterback that has a bunch of G's, like Greg. Yeah. She thinks he's hotter than Chris Bumstead, but probably not his body, just his face.
Yeah,
Anyway, so apparently there's hot football players. Good stuff. So yeah, so based on that comment, I would say stop wearing a hat in the gym. What do you need a hat in the gym for? What is it, sunny? What is this hat for? Trying to look cool? Get rid of the hat. XXMX_G4Ming X. I guess it's gaming. It's probably a kid gaming, whatever. Anyway, next. G Della 35 says, flexes the arm. What happened to your hip where you needed surgery? So, okay, people might not know. So I was born with a genetic defect. It's called femoroacetabular impingement, and I had cam type. There's different styles or types of this. You have your hip, you have your bone, and it goes back and forth like this. I have bone spurs, so they stick out, and so instead of sliding in smoothly, the bone is like pushing out, it gets out of place, and so it doesn't grind properly. You get a torn labrum, then you don't have the synovial fluids and whatnot to keep the cushioning. Then the bone rubs on the bone and you get arthritis, advanced levels and stages of arthritis. That's what I had. That's why I had surgery. They grinded out the bone. They re-sewed the labrum together, which was like two paintbrushes trying to sew them together. It didn't work at all, and it retore. So I have torn labrum, I have advanced stages of arthritis in my hip, and this is on both hips and in my shoulders. Yay for me. So that's why I had surgery. I need another surgery. I've been on a wait list for over 2 years, but I'm not even gonna get it. I just live in life, and I'm not squatting to parallel, and I'm not squatting. You haven't seen me deadlift in a while. You know, I'm old. I don't wanna be Ronnie Coleman, so I feel pretty good. I'm allowed to bike ride, I'm allowed to run, so that's why I do biking for cardio and so on. Hopefully that helps you out some. It's a very common injury, by the way. Mehmet Greg, I have a question. Did you ever have a hair transplant because of balding? So no, I haven't had any hair transplants at all. I'm not balding, and it's very much genetic. And there's a bunch of morons that think that you can tell if you're on steroids by if you have no hair or not. If you don't have the genetics to go bald, the anabolics are not going to make you go bald. If you do, they can speed up the process. And just because you're balding doesn't mean you're on anything either. You can't say that, okay? People have gone bald well before the invention of anabolics. Ronald Lemons says, you're an a-hole. He's talking about Greg O'Gallagher. He said he was going to give the red light thing a shot. You're just doing this shit for views. You're gay, dude. So, okay, whether I'm gay or not has nothing to do with if Greg O'Gallagher is a moron, A. B, he's a moron. Why would he give it a shot? Okay, guys, here's some advice. If you really want to grow a bunch of muscles, what you should do is punch yourself in the nose lots of times every day until it breaks. Every day. Because that'll increase your testosterone levels and you'll triple your gains. It's like being actually enhanced without taking anything. Now, if you listen to that advice and try it, you're a complete and utter moron. Don't listen to that advice. I just made this up. It's not actually true. Okay? That is equally as dumb as Greg thinking that if you stand in front of a red light, you're going to build muscle faster. So, calling me gay is just stupid, homophobic, and makes no sense. It's 2019. It's so totally inappropriate. Whether or not someone's gay or not makes zero difference. And so it's just so inappropriate, and I hate seeing people that are disrespectful in that way. You know, call me an idiot or a moron. Don't say and insult people who are gay by saying I am. You know, they don't deserve that. Next question from Adam Nyman. Greg is gaining subs so fast every day there seems to be another 1 to K subs. So this guy actually has it accurate. I read all these people, oh, you gained 40,000 subs in a week, or I was following you since you had 1,000 subs last week. I'm like, what? No. If you want to know how many subs I'm gaining, go to socialblade.com. Okay, socialblade.com, enter Greg Doucette, click done. It'll flash up. It'll say how many subs I got in a day. 1,000, 2,000, 1,000, 2,000. It rounds off to 1,000. So in the last 30 days, I've gained exactly 34,000 subs. It's increasing at an exponential type of rate. The more you have, the more you're going to have. If you only have 1,000 subs, it's not likely you're going to get 1,000 to 2,000 a day. If you have 1 million, it's quite easy to get 1,000. It's just how it works. The average day I get about 2,000 subs a day now, which is great and amazing. However, it's not really that important how many subs you have. How many views you have and how long they're watching is more important. You can have 1 million followers and somebody else have 100,000, and a person with 100,000 does way better than the person with 1 million, both in ad revenue and in views and in how many people are actually watching your stuff. So don't get caught up in how many subs you have. I mean, really, how many people are watching your channel and actually learning from it and enjoying it? That's more important to me. Subs is great, but what I really look for is like the views if you're watching this stuff. And if you're only watching it for a minute and turn it off because it sucks, well, that sucks for me. I like to see people watching at least half of a video on average. So if I analyze my videos, you can. I got all this software stuff. People on average watch about 50 to 60% of my channel thing. So if it's 20 minutes long, they're watching 10 to 12 minutes on average. So it's a lot of people watch a minute and get out. So if you can get over 50%, you're doing really good. Something you wants to know, Greg, can you tell me Brad Pitt's body fat percent in Fight Club? Man, I watched it a long time ago. He was shredded. I would guess he was probably 6 to 7%. I don't have his visual in front of me, but he was certainly shredded. He would probably weigh nothing, maybe 150 pounds. I don't know how tall he is. So he was skinny. Ectomorph body type with shredded, like no body fat, which looks impressive. You don't need massive muscles. Just think he asked about Brad Pitt in Fight Club. One of the smallest ripped guys on TV. Who's that other guy? Who's that karate guy from the 50s, babe? Jackie Chan? No, that's a newer guy. Oh, man. How can I not remember this? At least I'm not the only one. So there's a famous karate guy, he's like, whoa, you know that guy? He's shredded. He was like 130 pounds, and everyone talks about his physique. Could he have been natural? Yeah, he had zero muscle. He was shredded. It's impressive, and people talk about him 50 years later. I don't know his name, but you know what me with names. I say Callum Von Monger's name wrong. I say everybody's name wrong. I even say my own name wrong. So anyway, Piotr Zmarzlik wants to know, can you build muscle with 7% body fat and OFC? Keep your low body fat natural. Yes, but not everyone. But yes, some can. I mean, if you're naturally a lean guy with low amounts of fat cells and you're natural, yeah, you can build muscle at 7%. If you were born to be, like, if you had a set point of, say, 40%, you get down to 7, you're not going to be able to function. But if you're naturally born to be, like, shredded, like David Lade, you can function at 7% body fat. It's just how it works. Joke wants to know, hi, Greg, what's the worst body type for bodybuilding? Ectomorph, which is hard to gain muscle, or endomorph, hard to get lean? Well, obviously, it's endomorph for bodybuilding. And the reason is because bodybuilding is all about conditioning. So if you're an ectomorph, that means you're going to naturally be leaner. It's going to be easier for you. Then you put on some muscle. Now, they're not going to get big muscles, but they're going to show up on stage shredded. Bodybuilding now has, well, I guess I could answer the question different. Bodybuilding now has men's physique, novice, it's got million divisions, classic physique bodybuilding. So it's easy for an ectomorph to just enter the board shorts division in men's physique and just stand like, so very easy. If you're an endomorph and you're 100 pounds overweight, you can compete, but you're going to get last place if you show up overweight, okay? Now, if it's just bodybuilding and it's just winning, then the endomorph, if they have the mental fortitude and the desire and the will and the, like, just determination, everyone can get shredded. Everyone. So they will have not an easier time, but have a more successful time being an open pro bodybuilder because they'll have more chance of getting the size needed. If it's bodybuilding, but that's not men's physique. So hopefully that answers your question. Manny Diaz, what's your take on HCG during a test E only cycle? I think it's stupid. I think it's a waste. You're spending too much money. You don't need it. It's just not important. Squat Boy, are you still considered natural if you used MK677? No, of course not. You're not natural at all. How are you natural? They drug test for that. If you take MK, you're not natural. If it's on a banned PD list and you take it, you're not natty. Come on, that's just, how do you not know that? Matthew Hendrickson, what are your thoughts on dextrose post-workout? You don't need it. Don't do it. The Baseball Boss says, hey Greg, just saw where you said you have narcolepsy. I too have narcolepsy. Find it hard to train sometimes because of it. What advice do you have for me and others with narcolepsy? I suggest you go to your doctor, maybe get them to prescribe you modafinil. That'll definitely help. Or drink pre-workouts before the gym, coffee, stims. That'll help. Get plenty of sleep at night, because if you sleep more at night, get better quality night sleep, take sleep aids, whatever you need to do to get good sleep, you'll fall asleep less often during the day. Will you still fall asleep during the day every day? Yes. Do I fall asleep at the gym? No. I take Rise, which I actually didn't run out of the Tiger's blood because they sent me 4 bottles, so I still have plenty of that. Take the Rise pre-workout, keeps me awake, keeps me going. I never ever fall asleep at the gym. That's not a problem. I fall asleep texting clients. I fall asleep in the car. I fall asleep watching TV. I fall asleep sitting down, movies, at dinner date, whatever. But not at the gym after taking a strong pre-workout. So take pre-workout. Alex Lombardo says, is it still considered a cheat meal if you stay within your calorie maintenance range? Well, yes, of course it's a cheat meal. If your coach says you need to eat 200 grams of chicken, 200 grams of asparagus, and 200 grams of rice, and you eat 3 Pop-Tarts, which has the same calories, let's say, that's a cheat meal. You didn't eat what you were supposed to. You're supposed to eat some healthy fats and some protein, and you eat licorice. Cheat meal. Come on. How do they not? Why would they think that? Man. Anyway, subscribe, bell button. This is it for this video. It's done now. Subscribe and bell. Like the video. Do stuff. Comment. Follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro. Check out my website, gregdoucette.com. And watch this video. Definitely don't miss. And this one as well. 2 videos to choose from. Click that stuff. Keep it going. Keep watching it in the background. Go for a walk. Do your thing. It's all good. Until next time, I'm out.